All right, here we go for our female bout of the evening. And, you know, it was kind of surprising when I was talking with Chris before the fight tonight. He was telling me, Gerald, just how excited the crowd gets for female fights. For whatever reason, it seems like the crowds just go ballistic when you get the ladies in the cage.
Sometimes, you know, it's one of those things you just don't see a lot of female fights. It's just not as popular yet, but they always come out to fight. They got something to prove. So generally speaking, female fights tend to be very action-packed.
Yeah, so we're going to take a look at that tonight as we take a look at Hannah Singer. First off, as she is making her way to the cage, she fights out of Stevens Point. All right, that's Hannah, and Rachael Lippert is up next. And a big round of applause from the sold-out faithful here at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. We're in the exhibition hall, and a good 1,400 strong tonight as Rachael Lippert starts making her way to the cage tonight, and our one and only female bout of the evening, as Lippert coming in looked like she was going to try to be all business and then cracked a smile as she heads on up to the cage tonight. Lippert undefeated so far. She is 1-0 in her one and only amateur fight, a win over Lorna Murawski. That was a unanimous decision. Hannah Singer, who we saw had a little bit more experience as you take a look at the Carbon World Health tail of the tape. Now, let's take a look at both fighters in the cage with Chris.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next bout features 3 rounds in the chosen few amateur women's flyweight division. Introducing first the fighter coming out of the Coliseum Bar, red corner. She stands in at 5'6" tall. She weighs 123 and 1/2 pounds. She hails from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and represents neutral ground. In 5 bouts, she has 2 victories. One of those victories comes by way of submission. Please welcome to the cage, Hannah Singer. Her opponent is standing across the cage and fighting out of the Harley-Davidson of Madison blue corner. Undefeated in her short career, 1 bout, 1 victory. She stands in at 5'4" tall. She weighed at 124 and 1/2 ready pounds. Representing Fearless Mixed Martial Arts from Janesville, Wisconsin, Rachael Lippert.
This is the loudest we have heard the crowd so far tonight. They are getting into it in support of the ladies here tonight. Lippert versus Singer. Singer coming in with a record of 2-3, but she's won her last 2, so she's on a winning streak. Lippert won her one and only fight, and here we go in the flyweight division. And Chris, what are we looking for from the ladies here tonight?
It's what we look for from every female bout I've ever seen. 2 athletes that always put 1,000% in the cage. The thousands of fights I've called in my life, the crowd goes the craziest for women's mixed martial arts because they always put everything on the line. Crazy competitive fights, crazy competitive fighters, and I love women's mixed martial arts and where it's come throughout the years here.
Yeah, it's definitely taken off even in UFC, of course. You know, there was the Ronda Rousey rage that was going on for a while. That has faded for her, unfortunately, but definitely it's always a draw at UFC.
Here's the thing. Ronda created a legion of killers built to beat her. There is no women's professional mixed martial arts without Ronda Rousey. So I hear a lot of people giving her grief, and they shouldn't. She created what these fighters are now today and why they're able to beat her. Everybody came out and said, I want to be that, I want to do that, and to do it, I have to beat her.
And now here we see Hannah doing really good with her control. She got a takedown. Looks like she's halfway to a rear naked choke, really controlling on top. She's got her arm around the chin. She could just get that forearm underneath the chin and sink that choke in. She'll have a finish right here. She's got to get her other leg in, spread her out a little bit.
She might have it right now.
Tom looked like he was leaning in, like she was about to tap, but I think Gerald's right. She hasn't gotten that second hook fully in to flatten her out yet.
Yeah, so again, Singer coming in. She's got a losing record right now at 2-3, but she's won her last 2, and so she might have turned a corner right here, as it looks like she's trying to stretch out Lippert here, and she might have that in. Does she got it?
She's grabbing the wrong hand right now. She needs to go 2-on-1 on that upper hand.
That's it. She sunk it in. Lippert taps out, rear naked chokehold winner for Hannah Singer, who has now won 3 fights in a row. She gets the submission in round number 1. That's a quick one for the ladies, but the crowd loves it here at the Monona Terrace. We'll get the official word from Chris next. You're watching The Chosen Few, and you are watching 57 Sports. All right, taking a look at this fight, which is stopped in the first round, and it was a good job by Singer early on to gain control. Eventually, you see it right there. She gets the rear naked choke, and there is Lippert tapping out as she couldn't take it anymore. A big win for Hannah Singer here tonight in the Chosen Few, number 11, and let's go ahead and get the official word right now from our cage announcer, Chris Garrity.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the end of this bout comes in 2 minutes, 4 seconds of round number 1 for your winner by rear naked choke.
The crowd loves it here tonight. Hannah Singer on a 3-bout winning streak after that rear naked choke victory tonight over Lippert. All right, don't go anywhere. We have 5 fights left. 3 of them are title fights, plus we get to see Dante Sciro from the Chosen Few gym. He is up next right here on 57 Sports.